So are we ready to go live, Chandana?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So let me. Yeah. So we are live on Facebook. Yeah. So hello everyone. Welcome to Bijam. We are celebrating our first anniversary, as all of you know. And thank you so much, everyone, for your love and respect to Bijam. And we are going to celebrate our anniversary in a little special way, as we were doing the workshop series during last year. But for this whole month, we have actually designed a nice workshops for all of you as a gift from Bijam to its followers in return of their love and support to us. So we will be going to have 4 workshops for adults on weekdays that already I have released the calendar. And first time we are introducing kids to Bijam. So kids will be taken up the workshop for kids. So the age group is from 8 to 14 years. So like this, we have designed, and I have already shared the calendar with the groups and on my social media platform. So likewise, we will celebrate our anniversary from 5th of June to 5th of July. Afterwards, we will see how we will move ahead. But before that, let us celebrate this month as an anniversary month for Bijam. And as a first workshop, आज हमारे साथ है चंदना दत्ता, जो एक न्यूट्रिशन है, एक डाइटिशियन है. Yeah, welcome Chandana on the page, because even I was a client to Chandana's few years back, and she was an amazing dietitian along with a fabulous person. So I thought, why not share my experience with all of you with Chandana. So Chandana is actually give me a little introduction about Chandana before we going for an interactive session with her. So Chandana is a postgraduate in nutrition and dietetics, and she has received gold medal from JU, that is Jadavpur University, right, Chandana?
Right, yes.
Okay. And she is also awarded with Sushila Devi Birla Award, and she is a teacher at Loreto. She is specializing in formulating diets from varying to all types of disease management. Actually, the pandemic that we have faced and still we are facing, तो उसमें डिजीज मैनेजमेंट एक बहुत बड़ा इश्यू है, और चंदना उसको बहुत अच्छे से हैंडल करती है. न्यूट्रिशन इज हर पैशन, एंड शी स्ट्रांगली बिलीव्स दैट अ वेल बैलेंस्ड डाइट इज एन इंटीग्रल पार्ट ऑफ वेल बीइंग. So she guides people towards a more positive and healthy lifestyle too. And she is giving her dietitian as a service towards her client as dietitian from last many years. And she has a very renowned name in the field of nutrition and dietitian. So let us welcome Chandana once again on the page of Bijam. So I would like you to introduce a little more Chandana, so that the people who have joined us today will know a little better about yourself. and we will have this session interactive. आपको जो भी पूछना है आप अपना hand raise करिएगा. Please mute yourself, otherwise it will be little disturbing. So आप अपना hand raise करिएगा. I will ask you to put your question and Chandana will answer. And if you want to ask anything else, you can definitely write in chat box. I will definitely going through the chat box and I will ask Chandana whatever your question is. Yeah, so please Chandana, carry on.
Thank you so much, Sheetalji, for giving me this platform on your renowned Bijam. So this Bijam is really helping people in different ways. Like especially in the pandemic, people are all staying at home. सब घर में है और सबको लगता है कि क्या करे. तो चलो, let's make a nice terrace garden, and your garden is beautiful. Like
Yes.
I see your garden in all your videos. Your garden is there somewhere or the other.
Yes.
So I love and I adore you a lot. The way you take care of your plants. और वो video मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. The one now, sorry audience, I am not that very fluent in Hindi, so I will try my level best. But if I go wrong somewhere, just please bear with me.
Yeah.
तो शीतल जी, आपका एक वीडियो था जहाँ पे वो प्लांट्स को भी plants should also go for like we have when we go to the beauty parlor and we take a spa. So plants should also have a spa. I remember that. That was really nice. Like they are also a living being.
Yes.
And we should take care of them, just like when we have a pet at home, the way we take care of them, giving a bath, giving them proper nutritious food. So आपका पेज मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है, and I keep on watching your videos, and I'm sure a lot of people are inspired by this page, Bijam. Thank you, Sheetal ji. Okay, now moving on to myself. I am Chandonaa Datta, and I have been practicing as a nutritionist for the past 15-16 years. Now, I have worked as the head of the chief dietitian in Peerless Hospital for 7 years and Kothari Medical Center for 5 years. And then, as you know, that working in a hospital is a 24/7 job.
Yes.
So as I was the chief dietitian over there, so sometimes I was called on Sundays also, anytime, just a call, half an hour call, and I had to reach there. VIP patients were there, critical care unit were there. We have the ICU, we have the intensive care unit, we have the HDU, high dependency unit. So I had to go rush and plan charts or whatever necessity was there, change the patient's fluids, check into the patient requirement, protein requirement and other requirement. So then it was a little struggling for me to continue with this hospital duty, because at that time my daughter was in class 5 and my son was very small. So at this point of time, I had my B.Ed, after my post graduation, I had my bachelor's in education. So I just thought that why don't I try in a college or a school where my time bound will be, my time limit will go down, and then I can give more time to my home. So then just seeing Telegraph, I just put into mails, and by the grace of God, within 7 days, I was called for a demo class, and just 2 demo classes, and on the 3rd day I was confirmed in Loreto. So, but what happens with so many patients and exchanging personal number, mobile number. So this word of mouth went on, and so the best part was I am right now teaching in Loreto till 2:30, and post 2:30 I have my own chamber. I do sometimes home visit patients.
Yes.
Then patients who are on Riles tube feeding, I also go and check their input, output, and plan charts for them. So my it's a long hour duty for me, but believe me, I really enjoy. Like the entire day you work, then you come home and you are busy with your children, taking care, and then you have your dinner and just go off to sleep. So the more you are engaged throughout the day, you will see that it's more fulfilling for us. Okay. Now moving on to the word diet. Like many people ask me that diet to nahi kar payenge, kam khana, ma'am will give less food, how will I survive? And it's a very common thing for all women. When we
Yes.
are young, we can starve, we can eat less, we can do stay on a lot of fluids. But once we cross the age 37, 40, 42, this point of time, you will see that starving your body, eating less, these bother us a lot. Because like through our ages, what happens, we are so much into the family, taking care of the family members, taking care of our children. We are always thinking of how we can help our family members, but
Right.
very often women neglect themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I am giving a dab water to my husband or to my children, but seldom we ourselves also consume a glass of dab water or maybe
Yeah.
a vegetable juice,
हम लोग
isn't it?
अपने आप को हमेशा
हाँ,
सेकंड
हाँ,
पोजीशन में
yes,
रखते हैं.
yes.
Yeah.
But so this is very important, and I think it is very important for women to understand that you are also equally important the way you were important in your mother's house. So
Yes.
when you are married and you come to a new house, it is you who have to take care of yourself. So
Right.
I think that out of 24 hours, spending just 1 hour task, 1 hour of walking, 1 hour of anything, anything which you like. Maybe a gym or a workout at home, or maybe you go for a walk, evening walks. And walking is such a thing which you can do any time of the day.
Yeah.
Even if you take your dinner and you go to your terrace and you have a nice walk. So I think dedicating some time for ourselves is very, very important, because again, when we become 40, 40 plus, different signs and symptoms start cropping in, and then we have a guilt feeling and we repent that even I should have taken care of myself.
Yeah. एंड आई मस्ट से चंदना कि वो जो 1 घंटा या जो भी टाइम आप अपने आप को देते हैं वो एक
Huh.
मी टाइम है. एंड
Yes,
सिंस फ्रॉम लास्ट
very
1.5 year हम लोग जो पैंडेमिक फेस कर रहे हैं उसमें
Huh.
लेडीज लोग स्पेशली बहुत ज्यादा बिजी हो गए घर में बिकॉज
Exactly.
एवरीवन इज एट होम.
Yes,
Yeah, so we are
everyone
not
is at
getting
home.
time for
Yes,
ourselves. Yeah.
yes, and people and everyone at home, they have their demand.
Yes.
Children have their demand. The husband have their demand. The mother-in-law, father-in-law, they want everything in perfect time.
Yes.
So what we do is we are neglecting ourselves.
Yes.
This is the time when we have to understand something, that I am important. And this will only start, um, this will only you will only understand this when you start loving yourself. You
Yes.
have to love your family, but you are an integral part of the family. We women are very, very important in the family. One day you are not there at home, or you go out maybe for a very important business deal or whatever. 2 days you are not there, you come home and you see that the house is in a mess.
Not even 2 days, Chandana.
two
I must
days
say on one एक टाइम भी हम लोग नहीं है, या दोपहर के खाने के टाइम नहीं है, या
Exactly.
शाम के खाने के टाइम नहीं
And
है.
yes, and Sheetal ji, if we are not at home also, we are constantly juggling, and we are
Yes.
over the phone, and we are telling our maid ki ye kar do, isko ye de do, give this to this person, mere bacche ko ek glass doodh de do. Whatever, we are constantly, that's at the back of our mind. Like men ko kya hota hai, they go to office and they are, they know that the wife is there to take care.
Yes.
So you have to understand the main thing is, we are very important to ourselves. We need to love ourselves, and
एसी बंद कर दे ना, गेट खोली ना बेटा. बंद થઈ ગયું છે. 5G માં છે. 5G એક્સટેન્શન છે, એક્સટેન્શન છે, પણ તો બી બંધ કરી દે.
long drawn process.
Yeah.
It's a long drawn process, and it's for years how you have been living. What is your sleeping time? How is your social life? Yes, what you are eating is a part of our immunity. But
Yes.
along with eating, mental health is important, your social life is important, your emotions are very important, your sleep is very important. How you are eating the food, are you gulping the food down? We women are always in a hurry. We have to finish our eating and rush to some other work. Maybe the child is calling you, or maybe there is some emergency. So you have to, whenever you see that you are eating and you have time, you should chew your food very nicely. So this is one of the these are the basic guidelines which I am talking about.
Yeah.
First is hydrating your body. Yes,
Yeah, that is
drinking
what I was
water.
going to ask you, Chandana. That अपने आज एक जनरल गाइडलाइन के बारे में बात करते हैं, not any specific type of diet or any वो कुछ नहीं.
General guidelines.
Because see, because we have lot of negativity even around us, right?
Right.
So हम लोग आज जो बात करेंगे ना, उसमें हम लोग पॉजिटिविटी क्रिएट करेंगे कि जैसे कैसे
Absolutely.
आपको अपना ख्याल रखना है ताकि आप अपनी फैमिली का अच्छे से ख्याल रख सके, right? Yeah. So
Another thing which I want to tell is, Sheetal ji, talk positive. Like, we are mothers, we get angry, and sometimes we say, tumse kuch nahi hoga. So, when we are angry, I know telling is very easy, but, delegating is really tough. So, what we need to do is we have to develop habits by which we have to control our anger, or jo bhi ho jaye, you have to be very positive with everyone. You will see that positivity will change your relationship like anything. It will change your relationship. It will make you happy. कि चलो किसी को खुश कर दिया. I have made someone happy. So that will bring a very nice positivity in you also.
Yeah.
So that's important. And always say positive words to your children. If you see that your child is unable to cope up with the class, or maybe whatever you are expecting from the child is unable to give you, just encourage the child. If you keep on encouraging the child, you will see he will outshine.
Yeah.
He will definitely, he will also think mama is expecting this from me. Mummy is thinking I will get this mark, so I have to. It is a time drawn process, लेकिन कभी ना कभी ये definitely होगा. Because our children, I am very positive about this, this generation. They are so talented. We always tell them that they are with the phone, whatever, but they are so creative, they are so talented, and they are like, they are too good. I would say that this generation is excellent.
Yes.
Only what we need to do is just encourage. Because like I being in a school, I have being a teacher, I've seen, I'll just share a very short my experience. When a child, or like I teach in the college, so it is the adolescent children, you cannot scold them. You just cannot scold them. You have to be very good with them. They will play their tantrums, they will put their things, they will put you to your limit. You will cross your limit. But what I do is, when a child is misbehaving, I call the child and I tell that, I thought you are a very good child. I never expected this from you. What expectations I have from you? You are so good and so talented. I want excellent marks from you. You will see that the child will work hard for you.
Yes.
That the teacher is expecting this from me. So
Yeah.
because I've seen that by scolding and by, nagging with children, things don't work. You have to just praise them. And adolescents, if you have adolescent girls and boys at home, you have to tell, oh, you are looking so beautiful. You tell your daughter, what lovely hair you have. You praise your son. You tell him good things about his positive aspects which he has. You will see the child is bound to listen to you.
Yeah.
So
Chandana, I just want to ask that what type of change do we need to do this time? जैसे season change हो रही है, we are just going away from summer and we are entering into monsoon, and the pandemic is still going on. वो अभी lockdown जो है वो सब चल ही रहा है. We are all at home. तो इस टाइम पे हमको डाइट में ऐसा क्या ख्याल रखना चाहिए कि जिससे अगर किसी को कोविड पहले हुआ भी है तो वो उसी रिकवरी में भी उसको हेल्प करे, और ओवरऑल जनरल हेल्थ के लिए जो डाइट अच्छा हो. तो व्हाट शुड वी स्टार्ट विद आवर डे विद व्हिच थिंग एंड टू एंड? So please give a general guidelines so that everyone will get benefited
everyone
from it.
Can follow that, right? So when we talk about diet, as I told that ये question बहुत common है कि कम खाना, कम नहीं खा सकते. So basically diet is not कम खाना. Diet is changing your habits. When you come to a dietitian and when you stay with a dietitian, and when you communicate, build a relationship with her, then you understand that diet is the dietitian's main job is to inculcate good habits in you. Drinking water, people who don't drink water, eating in the correct time, a particular time, eating your breakfast, your lunch. Yes, so time is a very important factor. Drinking water is very important, and the dietitian will definitely tell you to include everything in your diet.
Right.
It's not कि ये नहीं खाना है वो नहीं खाना है. Definitely we tell you to avoid refined food like maida, anything which is processed. Lot of processes have been, the food has undergone. So then what happens, there is a nutritional loss in that food. Or maybe when we talk about food which are pre-cooked, those are the foods which we don't recommend. We recommend, at least I recommend, all ghar ka khana, any kind of food, but definitely less of sugary items. Because when you have a tendency of consuming more sugar, you will see that you become more lethargic.
Yes.
You become more lethargic, you tend to put on weight, your metabolism slows down. So these are the bad effects of sugar in your diet. But
Yes.
definitely, this is the season for mango. So my
Yes.
patients tell me that, "Man, can I have a mango?" I said, yes, definitely go for a mango. But the mango should be taken in such a way that you balance something else in your diet.
Right.
Maybe you are eating a chirwa in your evening snack. So you omit the chirwa, you have a mango.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
should have mango
basically
as a
cutting
meal,
down.
right?
Yes, you should have mango as an evening snack.
Yes.
So that will, you will be satisfied, because food is a very big communication.
Yes, of
We
course.
How do we communicate with others in different festivals? It is through food, exchanging sweets, exchanging different kinds of foods, home cooked food. So when we go to a party, when we go to a marriage, we always have it at the back of the mind ki chalo aaj acha dinner hoga, what will be there in the menu, what will be the platter. So that's there in our mind. So food is a big satisfaction. When we
Yes.
eat, when we have something nice at home, what do we say? Chalo aaj acha kuch mangwate hai, let's call for something good, because we are happy. So food
Yes.
will make you happy. You have to understand, eating proper food, balanced meals, will make you happy. If you are happy, your good hormones will start working in your body, your metabolism will be accelerated, and automatically you will be leading a nice life, where you will be seeing that your emotions are taken care of well, and you are doing well with your nutrients and everything in your diet.
Yeah.
So when we talk about diet, especially in the monsoon, there are a few things which I would like to stress on. That is semi, we should try to avoid leafy vegetable, because barish hote hai, and there are those spores formation. So there will be breeding of those spores. Okay, bacterial contamination ho sakte hai. So we have to wash them very nicely. So it's better to avoid. Now, because of this pandemic, we basically wash rice less, because of there are a lot of water soluble vitamins. But during pandemic, we tell you to wash rice properly also. Now, during this monsoon, you have to be really, really careful about your water intake. Okay, like the water should be purified properly, taking care of your stomach. Anything which is available in the season. Why? You have to understand the point that when a particular fruit or a vegetable is sown, or it is harvested in a particular season, it definitely has its benefit. Yes, nature is always telling us many things which we really need to understand. Why do we have these seasons? So seasonal fruits and vegetables have their benefits. Try to consume these rather than preserving them, making them into achar and making them into, jellies and jams and marmalade or whatever, blanching them and putting in your freezer. Yes. So taking a mango in the mango season is a good option than going for the mango achar in the other seasons.
Yes.
So my first point would be sticking to seasonal foods. Second is you should have everything in the diet. If you have a brief idea about a food pyramid, yes, a food pyramid looks like a triangular shape where we have five sections, and the W World Health Organization is telling us that we need to pick up everything from the 5 groups. We have to pick up food and we have to put on our plate. Like we have a cereal, we have a pulse, we have a vegetable. Yes, the vegetable is providing with the
Yes.
fibers, with all the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. The cereals is me with the carbohydrate. The pulse is providing me with the protein and the oil in which I'm cooking the food. Or if I plan to use less oil, then I should consume some nuts, like healthy nuts like the almonds, the walnuts. They will provide me with the fat. So fat is also very, very essential. Let me tell you why. Like many of my patients, suppose I give them 3 teaspoon oil per day or 4 teaspoon. So some of them want a drastic weight loss and they start stopping the oil and they get into a practice of boiling vegetables and eating them. So what happens, we have 2 kinds of vitamins. One is the water soluble, so that's why we tell you to add less water to your vegetable, and we have the fat soluble. So when you are not eating fat, when there is no oil in your diet, then the fat soluble vitamins are not synthesized in your body at all. There's no absorption of those vitamins. So we
So
need
just
fat,
because
a very,
you
very
need to
vital.
absorb the vitamins, you need to have fat in your diet. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
विटामिन्स
yes,
को
because we
एब्जॉर्ब
have the
करने के
fat
लिए
soluble
आपको
vitamin.
तेल या घी
हाँ,
जैसा डाइट
हाँ,
में लेना जरूरी है,
ऐसे
राइट?
हाँ, vitamin A, D, E, and K, they are fat soluble. So they will be only soluble in fat. They will not be soluble in water.
ओके.
Okay. So we need fat in our diet. We need little sugar in our diet. So what we should do, we should take 2 fruits a day. All fruits will have good sugars in them, which will
Yes.
help us. They will benefit us. So we need vegetables in the diet. All these different kinds of thiamine and vitamin B complex deficiencies. Then we have this skin eruptions, allergies. Many are related with the vitamin A. So you should take all kinds of colored vegetable, any
Right.
color, orange, green, purple, beetroot, red. Everything should be consumed in the diet
Right.
depending upon availability,
And the
depending upon your
season.
budget,
Yes.
yes, depending on the season, and definitely depending upon the likes and dislikes. So that's very important. We
Yes.
always tend to consume what we like. Yes,
Right.
and our mother also cooks food thinking she likes this, he likes this. So all the likes and dislikes are considered, and also very important is your age, what age you are in. So that
Right.
will depend upon what kind of food needs to be given to you. So the
Yeah.
basic guideline is eat everything. Portion controlling is very important. If you feel that I want to have something meetha today, you should go ahead and have that meetha rather than keeping that in your mind कि मुझे मीठा खाने का आज बहुत शौक था. So take, but be conscious about the portion size.
Right.
How much amount of meetha are you taking? So you have to be aware, conscious, which we called a mindful eating.
Eating.
So
Yes.
whatever I am eating, I have to chew my food properly to stop any kind of flatulence or gas, acidity. I have to eat in the correct time. I have to include everything in my diet: fruit, vegetable, cereal, pulses, nuts, oils. And I have to be in a good emotional state. Only then we call a person is in good health.
Right.
Good health doesn't mean that I don't have a disease. Good health doesn't mean that I don't have any nutritional deficiency. Good health means when all your 4 parameters, your emotions, yes, your spirituality, your food, everything, your social life, everything is in a well balance. Then
Right.
we say the person is in optimum good health.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So moving ahead, Chandana, everyone is waiting for the recipes from you because,
Okay.
yeah. So let us
So
start
I'll
with
start
the,
screen sharing.
yeah, you can
Screen
start
sharing.
screen sharing. Yeah. So Chandana ji is right now sharing the screen and she is describing all the recipes. Afterwards, we will share all the details in the group, right?
Yes. Okay. So the first recipe which I'll be talking is about,
Okay,
I
let me
don't know whether you have heard this or not. It is called the edamame. Edamame beans, they are, all of you have heard about soya bean. Okay. So people who are vegetarian, or people nowadays, a very, a common thing has come up is called a vegan diet. Okay. Where you skip all animal proteins, doodh, dahi, chena. We don't have these in our diet, and we stick only on plant-based food. People who are vegetarian and who doesn't want milk and milk products in their diet, they can go for this edamame beans. तो क्या करना है पहले, I'll tell you first the benefits of these edamame beans. It helps in, it's a high fiber. It belongs to the family of soybean. Okay, the immature soybean. The protein content is very good in this, and it maintains, helps in maintaining good bone density, and people who suffer from hypertension also is benefited with this. Okay, so आप क्या कर सकते हैं, हम लोग तो घर में hummus बनाते हैं. Yes, our children like hummus, we also like eating hummus. So you can crush these beans, make a paste, whatever other vegetables you are adding or pulses you are adding to make your hummus, उसमें आप ये edamame beans को भी paste करके you can make your hummus, and you can put it on your bread, you can make a roti roll, anything you can make and put it in your diet. I hope I'm clear with this edamame beans.
So ये कहाँ पे मिलता है चंदना जी? रेगुलर अपना मार्केट में मिलता है या सुपर मार्केट में मिलता है?
If you go to Lake Market, if you go to the the masses who sit with the locally available, उनके पास ये आसानी से मिल जाएगा.
Okay.
Edamame, इसको बोलते हैं edamame. I don't know the Hindi term, but it is मतलब green in color, and it belongs to the soybean family.
Okay, someone is saying that it's available in Jaggu Bazaar also.
It is very easily available. Like market में तो मतलब it is very very commonly seen. You will get it in the market. You have to just see the size, like see the shape and see the color and buy it fresh.
Okay.
It should be crisp. Yes, when you are buying it, you should see that it is crisp, not the soft soggy ones. Okay.
Okay.
Because it is a good source of protein, especially for the vegetarian. And a quick, yes, and a quick tip which I just shared, that you can make it into your hummus. Yes, and you can make it added to your rice dishes. Yes, you can chop and add it to your pastas also. They would really taste good. Okay.
Okay. It's called seam in Bengali. Someone is writing seam.
It is very nice. It belongs to the soybean family. Winters में बहुत अच्छे से ये मिलते हैं.
Okay.
Okay. Now moving on to the next. Can anyone tell me what is the picture? ये क्या है? Can anyone write in the chat?
So you can write in the chat box.
Yes, you can write in the chat box, or if you have understood or not, I just want to find out. Okay, it is called sushi. Yes?
Sushi, yes.
Yes. So sushi is a very, I'll just explain to you how it is made. We take rice and we soak it for some time and we leave it with the water. Yes. And then we add, we call it vinaigrated rice. So vinegar, salt, sugar, we put it in the soaked rice. Okay. Overnight soaked rice, and we get this wrap. If it is difficult for you to make this, set it. You can buy the ready-made sushi wraps, and you can put anything inside it. You can put avocado, you can put the purple cabbage, you can make a nice fruit sushi, you can make your vegetable sushi, you can make a dal sushi, you can also make a hummus, put a lot of seeds into it and make a sushi. So I think this is a very easy and a nice snack which is nutritious, and children will love it because of the different colors which will be visible from the sushi. I think so. Children love foods which are more colorful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the outer layer of this sushi? How did you make it, Chandana?
Achha, it is made up of rice. So you have to take rice and you have to put this rice with water, soak it overnight, cooked rice.
अच्छा,
Sushi
मतलब
is
राइस को
made
हमको
with,
पहले कुक करना है, फिर उसको
हाँ,
सोक करके पूरी रात
पानी
छोड़
में
देना
सोक
है।
करके रखना है, छोड़ देना है, और नेक्स्ट डे उसको अच्छे से मैश करके विनेगर डालना है, शुगर डालना है, सॉल्ट डालना है, एंड
ओके
इट फॉर्म्स इनटू अ डो। फिर उसको रोल आउट करना है पतला पतला।
ओके, मतलब जैसे हम लोग
ओके,
रोटी
एंड
बेलते हैं उस हिसाब से हमको।
हाँ
और
हाँ,
कौन
यू
सा
कैन
डो,
डू इट।
इसमें कौन सा डो मिक्स करेंगे? एनी डो?
इसमें ओट्स का, यू कैन पुट ओट्स का आटा इन दिस।
ओके
You can crush oats and you can put a little into this mixture.
ओके
Okay, and then you can make the wrap and you put whatever you want, and then you can simply steam it. You
ओके
can put it in a double boiler and you can steam it. They are very tasty. You can have with any kind of white, with a, if you want, if you can make your own mayonnaise at home, then you can have it with a healthy mayonnaise or with any kind of a dip. Like I prefer a very nice dip that is hung curd. You take little hung curd and you add little cheese to it, and you
ओके
add your chili flakes and oregano. You can
ओके
store it in the refrigerator for at least 7 days, and that's
ओके
a very healthy dip.
ओके,
Yes. So
so
you can
please
have it with a
repeat
dip.
it, Chandana, please repeat the dip recipe because someone is asking,
अच्छा,
please repeat
you
it.
can take hung curd. We all have curd at home. तो उसको आप एक कपड़ा में मसलिन में डाल के you let all the water come out and it
Okay,
becomes water free. Yes, so it
right.
becomes very tight. उसमें आप थोड़ा cheese डाल सकते हैं. The cheese spread, not the cheese cubes. The cheese spread, you can add little and you can add chili flakes and oregano and you can make it a nice dip.
Okay, right.
Yes.
और इसको जो आपने
Okay.
डबल बॉयलर जो बोला है, वो हम लोग गुजराती लोग ढोकला बनाते हैं, जिसे नीचे में हम
हाँ,
लोग पानी रख के ऊपर में जो
पानी
थाली।
डालकर ऊपर perforated, there are perforated
या
holes on
या
another container. Yes,
सो
so you can
या
make it in that. Yes, you can make it in that
yes,
also.
Meera, we will definitely going to share the recipes in our WhatsApp
Yes,
groups
all
afterwards.
recipes I will be sharing, all the recipes.
Yeah,
Yes, each
but
and
it
every
is not
recipe.
possible on to share all the recipes on social media, but definitely we are having our own WhatsApp group of Bijam.
Huh.
You can join the
Yes,
group to have recipes.
yes,
I will share
yes,
the
yes,
link afterwards. Yeah, please
yes.
continue, Chandana.
Okay, now moving on to a very, very nice recipe, a very easy recipe, which is black olive salsa with corn chips. The very common, which is coming now in the market, is the corn chips, which are baked corn chips. So what you can take olives. I think you know what olives are. It's a very
Yes,
unusual kind of a fruit, and it has
yes,
a very high fat content, good fat. So when we look for good fat content in a fruit, it is the olive. Some of them are green in color. In time, it turns sometimes black in color also. The most important thing why I chose olive, that olive has something which is known as a oleic acid. Okay, and it is a mono unsaturated fat, which without, suppose if you want to skip all kinds of oils and everything, you can add this olive into your diet. This would definitely help you with your fat content. Okay, so now how do we do it? We add lot of vegetables, we chop the olive, and if you want you can add any kind of a dip also to it, little mayo also to it, and then you can put it on the corn chips and make a nice snack in the evening.
yeah,
These are basically snacks in the evening. It is not a something for a breakfast. Okay,
yeah,
or it can be a something nice snack maybe between your breakfast and your lunch.
yeah. It
11
can
o'clock
be
when
a
eating
side dish
dinner.
even with dinner.
Yes, it can
Yeah,
be also a starter in your dinner.
dinner, yes.
It can be a nice starter for your
Yeah.
dinner.
So, is
Okay.
there any other option for olive, Chandana? Because if we will not get, because see, we are not going to supermarkets and
Huh.
nowadays. So, is there any other healthy options for olive?
If you don't have olive, dekhiye, olive is basically I put it because of the fat content, good
Right.
fat. Okay, so if you don't want olives, you can put some chopped peanuts if you want in place of the olive. Peanut
Okay.
also has fat, but the fat of peanut is not that beneficial like the oleic acid in the olive. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so you can add little chopped peanuts also to get that crunchy feeling. Okay.
With the vegetables.
You can also, another very good thing I would suggest is you can add some chickpeas. Yes, you know the
Okay.
garbanzo beans, जो garbanzo beans available hai, or the chickpeas hai. You know what are chickpeas? Like
Yeah.
जो horse You know
Chole.
the chickpeas, no? Pindi chana.
Pindi
Chole.
chana. Chole. Chole.
So that
Kabli
also would be
chana.
a good protein option.
Yeah.
Kabuli chana. So
Kabuli
those,
chana.
any kind of pulses also you can soak, sprout, and you can also add that sprout also to with your vegetables and put it on the corn chips. That can also be a good
Even
option.
we can use white beans, right?
Yes, white beans.
White
Yes,
beans,
you can
because
also.
soya bean again is a very good source of protein.
Yes, soya bean. You can also use lobia. Lobia is also a
Lobia.
very good source of protein.
Yes.
Yes, lobia beans. Yes. So you can make it in that way. You can add tomatoes chopped. You can add cabbage. You can add lettuce. Yes, you can add little honey for that sweet taste, crunchy, salty, and sweet taste. You can add little honey also.
Right.
Right? Okay. So next, can I move on, Sheetalji, to the next recipe?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chandana, you can go on.
So this is a very, very common thing, and we all love this food. It's called a palak khichdi. Yes.
Yeah.
So spinach khichdi is
It's my
very,
favorite.
very. Yes. So palak khichdi is a very, very good, wholesome lunch or a wholesome dinner, because we all know that spinach is very, very high in vitamin A. Yes. Vitamin C, iron, folic acid. Yes. People who suffer from anemia, pernicious anemia. So we have the folic acid, we have the vitamin K1, vitamin C. So all those are loaded in spinach. Okay. So you have to understand that spinach is rich in carotenoids, which our body can turn it into vitamin A. So we can add spinach, we can add anything, and we can add moong dal. We can also make this khichdi with a split moong, jo hara moong hote hai, thoda sa chawal, thoda sa hara moong, palak. You can also make a dalia khichdi, dalia, hara moong, and chawal. If you want, you can switch this to a spinach quinoa khichdi. People who have quinoa at home, you can take little quinoa. Quinoa is a source of protein, a cereal. So you can take quinoa, you can take moong dal, and you can add also palak to it.
Yeah.
Right.
So palak, you have suggested not to have palak in monsoon. So what other option that we can have, Chandana?
If you don't want palak, then you can make a simple vegetable khichdi, जिसमें आप धनिया पत्ता डाल सकते हैं ज़्यादा करके. You can make a coriander khichdi. You can do that.
Okay.
Winters may you can switch this palak to a methi khichdi. It's basically incorporation of green leafy vegetables in the khichdi to add fiber.
Yeah.
Increasing the fiber in the diet, increasing the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals in the diet.
Yeah. So at what stage of making khichdi we should add palak or anything, any leafy vegetable, Chandana?
Okay. So when we are, you all know that when we are making a khichdi, we love that green color. We don't want the green color to turn into pale or very, very dark green.
Right.
So what you do is, when you have already made the khichdi, right, and it is in the end stage, then you add finely chopped palak into it.
Okay.
And then you simmer it. Then you will see that it is having that green feel. But if you are adding it from the very beginning, then the color becomes, that moss green color sets in. It doesn't look that tasty, or it doesn't look that attractive to eat.
As such, the palak is so tender that within few minutes it will get cooked.
Yes.
So there is no need to edit from the earlier stage.
Absolutely. So you should, once 3/4 done khichdi, then you can add the palak and you can make your khichdi.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So along with this khichdi, do you suggest to have curd or anything for the protein?
Okay,
Because
so one more very, very nice point I would like to add here, that is, when you are having people who suffer from anemia, you can have a palak khichdi. Now, when you are suffering from anemia, many people don't know, to boost your iron absorption, you need vitamin C in your diet. Okay, so you can add little nimbu on your palak khichdi and have it for better iron absorption. You can do that.
Yeah. So it's a request to all the members, participants, please mute yourself, because something background noise is there and it is disturbing.
Okay.
Please take care.
Sheetalji,
Yeah.
can I move to the next one, please?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so now coming to something which is known as a vampire juice. Now, when we hear of vampire, what is the color which comes to our mind? Red, isn't it? So, from where do we get this red color in a vegetable juice? We get it from beet. Yes. So, beet is a very, very good vegetable which we should incorporate in our diet. If we don't want it in a vegetable form, we can definitely add it in a vegetable juice form in our diet. Okay. And along with this vegetable juice, which I'm calling a vampire juice, it does not only have vegetables, but I have added some fruits also to it. So it's a combination of fruits and vegetable. And let me tell you, I have also added a handful of spinach also into this vampire juice. Okay.
Okay.
So the basic things which I have added is apple, I've added beet, carrot, and little spinach. Okay. So you can straight away put it in the blender, blend it, and you can drink the juice.
Okay. So what
But
will be the
people,
best time to
yes,
have this juice?
11 o'clock, bridging the gap between your breakfast and your lunch.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But people who suffer from acidity, bloating, I would suggest not to take this raw juice, because people who have, reflux or bloating, they tend to bloat up more with raw vegetables.
Okay.
So cooked food would be a better option for them.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So vegetable soup is better option for them, right? So do
Vegetable
you get,
soup, vegetable stew, saute vegetable, vegetable tikka, anything is a good option for them.
yeah.
Just the vegetables needs to be there.
Yeah. Please repeat the ingredients once for the vampire juice, Chandana.
Okay. For the vampire juice, I had added carrot, apple, spinach, and beet.
Okay. So what will be the quantity?
Quantity I'll put in the recipe, Shitalji.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. 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 So next you can see on the screen which has come, I'm calling it a cauliflower sauce. Okay.
Okay.
This is a creamy garlic cauliflower sauce. We always love to make sauces with a lot of cream, fat into it, butter. So this is a vegetable sauce which you can make at home, and you can definitely store it. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. So how will you make this? First, what you have to do is, you all know that cauliflower is a very fancy and a very tasty vegetable. So we first take the cauliflower and we put water and we boil it and we make it into a paste. Then
Okay.
we add few cloves, yes, to the oil or butter, and we add garlic. We see that the garlic is crushed and pasted properly so that it mixes with the oil very nicely. Okay. And then we put little salt, little black pepper. Yes, if you want, you can add some. For that creamy, I have named it creamy cauliflower sauce. So you can add little milk. Yes, people who
Okay.
can tolerate milk can put little milk, and then you put the blended cauliflower and you make it into a thick creamy sauce. So suppose you are making a pasta, you can replace this creamy cauliflower sauce with mayonnaise or with other creamy dips,
Or white
or with
sauce.
your, yes, with your white sauce, and you can add it to your pasta. You can add it to any of your baked vegetable or your vegetable au gratin which you are making. So this is a good replacement, a healthy replacement for different kinds of sauces which are readily available in the market.
Yeah. So what is the shelf life of this sauce?
3 to 4 days.
Okay.
Three
So
to four days.
whichever quantity we need, हमको जितना चाहिए हम उतना बनाए तो वो बेहतर होगा.
हाँ, थोड़ा
Yeah.
सा ज्यादा बनाएंगे, मे बी वी कैन हैव इट, मतलब 3-4 दिन कंज्यूम करके एंड देन फिनिश इट ऑफ एंड देन अगेन मेक
Okay.
इट. Yes.
Okay.
So what you need to, when you are making the sauce, you have to add little water. So what you can do is, in place of adding water, you can add milk. और आपने जो कॉलीफ्लावर जिस पानी में बॉईल किया था, वो पानी को आप स्टॉक करके रख दो. You can keep that as a vegetable stock,
Stop.
and you can pour that when you are making your sauce thicker.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yes,
all the
you can.
nutrients of cauliflower will be there. Yeah.
Yes, and what you can do when you are refrigerating, sometimes what happens to the sauce, when you take it out, it becomes a little hard, sticky. So then
Right.
you can warm up little milk, or you can, if you have warmed up the sauce, put it in the pasta, you can again add little milk and make the pasta, or you can add some cold milk to the cold pasta, creamy cauliflower sauce, and you can make it again into a paste, back into a paste.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very nice and interesting option for the sauces, because we always have, हम लोग जब भी
Yes.
पास्ता या फिर कोई भी
हाँ, we are
वेस्टर्न
always,
क्यूजीन का कोई डिश खाते हैं, तो हमको यही गिल्ट होता है कि ये जो
हाँ,
सॉसेस है उसमें बहुत ज्यादा प्रिजर्वेटिव्स है, बहुत ज्यादा फैट है.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
this is the best option for that sauces.
You can use this creamy cauliflower. You can
Yeah.
make it
Can
with
we
anything.
make it with broccoli, Chandana?
You can make a green, you can make a creamy broccoli sauce. You can make it with anything.
Okay. Okay. But
Whenever you are adding the milk, the creaminess will come in and will give a good taste.
Right, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now moving on to a very nice and a very, very easy dish, a lovely breakfast, which I at least enjoy a lot, and I don't have to work hard at all for it. So this is called a carrot cake overnight oatmeal. We all know that oats are excellent. They have beta glucan in them. They are loaded with fiber. Yes, and they help in controlling our sugar levels. Okay. So what we do is we grate little carrot. We put little nutmeg. We put little raisins. Yes. We put little vanilla extract. We put little skimmed milk, and we put the oats in it. Everything we soak together, and we nothing. Just mix it in a glass or mix it in a big cup, and you put it in the refrigerator straight away.
Okay. Please repeat once again, Chandana.
I'll tell you. You take oats, you take finely grated carrot, you take nutmeg, because nutmeg and cinnamon goes very well with oats.
Nutmeg matlab jaifal, right?
Jaifal.
Jaifal. And cinnamon is, yes, dalchini, yes.
And you add little vanilla extract to get, because I'm adding milk, so that vanilla extract will give a cake kind of a feeling. Okay.
So if we will not have that extract, then can we use the essence instead of extract?
Yes, you can use vanilla essence, a drop. And you can add skimmed milk, because it's a healthy breakfast. So we don't want a full cream milk, a skimmed milk. And along with the skimmed milk, we just put everything in the container and in a jar, and we refrigerate overnight.
Okay.
Yes. If you don't want to refrigerate overnight, yes, then what you can do is you can refrigerate it for 2 hours, 3 hours till it is chilled.
Okay.
Okay. And then what you do, you add chopped chia seed, you add chopped almonds, you add chopped walnut. Yes. All you can add, take it out, and have a lovely chilled breakfast in the summers. Okay. Yes.
So can we replace this to our evening snack or evening meal, जो meal हम लोग लेते हैं?
In the summers, if you want to have a nice chilled carrot cake overnight meal, you make it in the morning, 11 o'clock, and you enjoy it. It's a nice dessert kind of a feeling you will have.
Yeah. Healthy dessert.
Then you put chia seeds. You can put chopped walnuts, almonds, whatever you want for that crunchy feeling. Right. And you can have it. And if you feel that after taking out from the refrigerator, it's become thickened, you add little cold milk to it and have it.
Yeah. And instead of carrots, can we use any other vegetable?
No, carrots go best with this carrot cake overnight oatmeal.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
If it's a because we make, why I chose carrot, because we have this gajar ka halwa. Gajar ka halwa goes very well with, gajar goes very well with milk.
Milk, yes.
Carrot goes well with milk.
With dry fruits, milk and dry fruits.
Milk and dry fruits. So it's a carrot cake overnight oatmeal. This would give a nice dessert kind of a feeling. You can put raisins. Those who have a sweet tooth or have a sweet craving can add little dates also to it. Can add raisins for that sweetness to come in.
Okay. Can we add honey if we want a little more sweet?
Why not top it with 1 teaspoon of honey from the top when you are eating it? You can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So very nice recipes you are having, Chandana, I must say, because see,
Anjeer is best
हम
option.
लोगों का यही problem होता है कि ब्रेकफास्ट में भी हम लोग जो रेगुलर खाते हैं वो मेन प्रॉब्लम है शाम के नाश्ते का, सबके लिए,
सबके लिए. And
adults as well as kids.
4 to 6 is the major time
Major
for
time,
binge.
yes, yes.
You are
Yeah.
doing a diet, you are eating healthy, सब ठीक रहेगा lunch तक.
Yes.
4 बजे से सब गड़बड़.
सब गड़बड़, हाँ. लंच तक 2-3 बजे तक हम लोग संभाल लेते हैं एकदम कि नहीं हमको हेल्दी खाना है.
And then you will see that when it is dinner time, you are not hungry because
Yes.
you have eaten all junk.
Yes,
You have eaten all
yes.
junk.
Very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Now moving on to the next one, which is called a Buddha bowl. This
Okay.
recipe is very easily available in the net also. We call this Buddha bowl, we call it a packed nutrition because it has all the food groups. इसमें चावल है, इसमें pulses है, इसमें vegetables है, okay, इसमें fats है. I've put peanuts into it, so peanut is giving all the good fats, okay.
Yes.
So there are sprouts in it, there are a lot of shredded purple cabbage, carrots, everything in it, okay. So when I will share this recipe, you can see that there is a lovely peanut sauce also, which you can make and add it to your Buddha bowl. So
Right.
Buddha bowl is a complete packed nutrition dense meal. So you can either have it in the lunch or you can have it in the dinner, or maybe as a evening time. If you want to skip your dinner, a light dinner, you can have the Buddha bowl at 6:30 and finish off your day.
Okay. So the major ingredient in the Buddha bowl is rice or vegetables?
Rice, sprouts, carrots, vegetables. You can add peanut sauce, which I told you. You can add soya bean to it. There are many things. You can make a Buddha bowl also with black rice, red rice, mixture of different kinds of rices.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Now moving on to a very, very common breakfast recipe, but a very healthy recipe, which I like a lot. That is Oats Uttapam. Okay. So Uttapam is something which is very easy to make. So you take oats, you beat it in the curd, you add grated chopped vegetables into it, and you make the Uttapam. That's it. If you are too much fond of suji Uttapam, then you can make it oats and suji half and half.
Okay.
But definitely try to add some hing to it. Hing gives a very nice flavor to Oats Uttapam. A pinch of which we call the asafoetida will give a very good smell to the Oats Uttapam. And if you wanted to rise it a little, because it's made kind of on the tawa, you can add little soda bicarbonate also, a pinch, okay. And you can add lot of freshly cut onions, you can add coriander leaves, you can add capsicums, the different colored bell peppers, green chilies, ginger, finely chopped ginger would also go very well with this Oats Uttapam.
So do we need to soak the oats before making or before adding any vegetables? हमको इसको कुछ भिगो के रखना पड़ेगा?
You have to mix it in curd and keep it for half an hour.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And very good if you can have a green chutney, dhania pudina chutney with this. That was also good.
Okay.
With the Oats Uttapam. Right.
So we need to crush the oats first. जो market में available है उसको हमको crush करके powder कर लेना है.
आप अगर oats को थोड़ा roast करेंगे और grind कर देंगे तो वो grind हो जाएगा. Like how I do, I'll tell. When I roast the oats, they are crispy. So okay. I take the roller.
Okay.
And I just put it, and the oat is finely crushed.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yes.
And the curd has to be fresh or sour?
No, fresh curd.
Fresh curd. Not sour curd is not needed, right?
No. You can take घर में जो दही जमाते हैं वो ही add करना है.
Okay.
Yes.
I used to make it very often for my children a few years back जब वो school में पढ़ते थे. Yeah, but I have never added hing. This is the new thing that I am going to have today. Yeah.
You add hing, it will give a lovely taste. I'm telling you.
Okay, I will definitely try.
It will enhance the taste of the Oats Uttapam.
Okay. Right.
So these were the recipe I just wanted to share with everyone. And if anyone wants to ask anything, you are most welcome to do that.
Okay. You just stop the sharing screen. Yeah. And I can unmute the participants if they want to ask anything to you.
Yes.
Yeah, Neetu has raised hand. Just a moment. Chandana ji, please,
Yes.
screen sharing stop नहीं हुआ है.
अच्छा, मैं stop कर देते हैं.
Yeah, उसको stop कर दीजिए so that you can be on
Yeah.
spotlight. Yeah.
Yes.
So Neetu has raised the hand. So Neetu, you can ask your question.
Yeah, Chandana ji, like 2 teaspoon of sattu powder has how many protein? Like if you consume 2 spoons every day, so is it sufficient for us to take that much of, or do we need to have more of protein?
No, no. 2 teaspoons of sattu is not enough. First, let me tell you, if you are eating sattu, you have to ensure that it is not a refined bazaar ka sattu. It is a homemade sattu.
Okay.
Why? I'll tell you. We always tell you to have non-refined food items.
Right.
तो अगर ये सत्तू को आप बाजार से खरीद के लाते हैं पाउडर बनाया हुआ, so its major nutrients are lost. The fibers are all gone.
Right.
This is a processed food. So if you are making your own, if you want to consume sattu, I would always suggest you make your own sattu at home. It is a good protein. It has good protein content, but homemade, not bahar ka sattu. Yes.
So how to make a homemade sattu, Chandana?
बस आप उस दाल को पीस लीजिए.
अच्छा, जो दाल जो हम लोग बाहर से लाते हैं,
हाँ,
उसको just okay, we just have to crush it to flour.
Yes, yes. You make it आटा, तो बस सत्तू बन गया.
Okay.
वो चना का दाल.
चना का दाल, हाँ, चना का दाल को आप पीसेंगे तो वो सत्तू बन जाएगा.
Roasted चना का दाल.
हाँ, it has to be roasted properly.
Roasted properly.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So how many hours do we have to keep oat in curd? I think you have mentioned, na, half an hour?
Half an hour.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So do anyone have to ask any question? I think earlier we had some questions. Yeah, Vandana ji, please ask your question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask one thing. The first recipe which you have shared, that is Edamame beans. Like a thyroid patient cannot have soya bean.
No. Thyroid patients go broccoli, soya bean, mustard. We don't give. Why? Because these are oil. This will all trigger the hormone. That's why these are called cruciferous vegetables. So these needs to be avoided. Anyone who's having a thyroid.
Please, will you repeat once again which are avoided?
Bhindi
also.
Bhindi, broccoli, cabbage, mustard, soya bean. Only these 5.
Thank you.
Okay. Any special food for one who suffers from acidity frequently?
Special food. Okay. See, acidity, first thing you have to hydrate yourself a lot. Drink a lot of water. Now, acidity can be because you are eating food very fast. You are not chewing your food. The more we chew the food, the more the food is broken into smaller particles.
Right.
The more smaller particles will pass down our esophagus, the better the different kinds of enzymes will break it down. The more bigger pieces we will eat, the bad will be the digestion. Okay, so acidity ke liye, I would suggest first try whether you are eating in a hurry or not, whether you are eating very fast. So you should eat slow, chew your food properly, drink a lot of water. Still, if your acidity is not resolved, then you can show to a doctor.
Okay. And please suggest for menopause time any specific food. Because see, we in our group, we almost have 40-45 plus ladies.
Yes.
So everyone is facing the same problem actually. Bina Bosmia has actually raised a very good question.
Okay. So
uh,
here I would suggest that consumption of sunflower seeds would be very good. Roasted sunflower seeds, roasted pumpkin seeds, roasted flax seeds. If you can roast all of them and without adding any salt, put it in a container and chew it. That would be a good, would help you in the people who are passing through stages of menopause.
Okay. Because during menopause we are हम लोगों का वजन बढ़ता है, तो yeah, we
Yes.
have to take
Because
care
the
of that
hormones,
even.
yes. So
Yeah.
let me tell you, there are two hormones, progesterone and estrogen. So progesterone is only required during pregnancy, only during pregnancy.
Right.
And estrogen is required throughout.
Okay.
Estrogen is required throughout.
Right.
Okay. So when we have this menopause, we are basically suffering from a little deficit of this estrogen.
Right.
So as soon as your estrogen hormone goes down, you will suffer from knee pain. First symptom will be knee pain. Then you will have joint pains.
Right.
There will be lethargy. Some people have hot flushes. Some people have a lot of mood swings, temper tantrums, getting angry very easily, again cooling down. So these are the basic worrying. Some have a tendency of starting to worrying on very simple issues. So it's basically the different hormones in our body. So especially when you are above 40, 42, I would suggest you are near menopause, you should do some kind of a walking or a exercise or a yoga or a Surya Namaskar, 30 minutes minimum. Why do we always tell for a 30-minute exercise? I will explain. Because it is only after 30 minutes the good hormones surround our body. Okay, so if you are exercising for 20 minutes, you will not be benefited. Only if you are exercising for 30 minutes plus 10 minutes, 40 minutes, you will see the good effects of exercise. The hormones are secreted after 30 minutes of any kind of exercise which is increasing your cardiovascular output.
And how many days a week we should do exercise, Chandana?
5
5
days a
or
week.
okay,
5 days, no? 5 days, relax, take 2 breaks between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday gap, Friday, Saturday, Sunday gap. Body needs recovery.
Yes.
Body needs to relax. The more you think that आज मेरा exercise नहीं हुआ और उसके लिए आप stress करोगे, so whatever जो भी good hormones के exercise के कारण अच्छा hormones आए, so they will all, stress will again make you slower your metabolism. So your fat loss will not happen.
So what is the best way to increase the metabolic rate? Because this is a very frequently asked question कि हम अपने metabolism का जो rate है उसको हम कैसे अच्छा रख सकते हैं, बढ़ा तो सकते हैं, but जो है उसको maintain कैसे कर सकते हैं?
First thing is drinking water.
Yes.
Flushing out all the toxins from the body.
Yes.
Second point, you have to do some exercise. Walking, yoga, running intermittent and walking, gymming, whichever thing you like, something for 40 minutes.
Right.
It can be 40, it can be 1 hour, but you should never overdo exercises. I know many of my patients, many people I know who do a walk in the morning, then they are maybe again in the evening, again they're going to horticulture for walking. Yes, in between they are doing a yoga. So when you are doing so many things, your body doesn't get a recovery. In fact, your body is building up stress, which will again slow your metabolism. Weight will not move. So you choose one thing. I'm telling again, 1 hour a day. Give to yourself.
Okay.
Walking, running, walking for 10 minutes, running for 2 minutes.
तो ये वन आवर का जो आपने बात कहा, तो इट शुड बी 1 hour एट अ स्ट्रेच, और वी कैन डिवाइड इट इनटू 2 parts, like half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the evening.
Basically, what you have to do is you have to start, people who are not into the habit of walking, they have to start walking for 15 minutes and see how their breathing is, whether they are able to walk, whether the knees, whether the joints are fine, or is it started paining. तो क्या होगा ना, एक दिन ज्यादा 1 घंटा चलेंगे तो 6 दिन चलना बंद.
Right.
So इससे अच्छा है कि let me walk for 15-20 minutes, sorry, which is within my comfort zone.
Right.
And then on the next week, let me go beyond my comfort zone for 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes and walk a little more.
Yeah.
The next week, let me enhance it to another 5 minutes more. Then this will be something which you can continue. Otherwise, you have to stop.
Yeah, because we need a sustainability in our lifestyle, right? Yeah, कुछ भी है, जैसे डाइट भी हम करते हैं, डाइट करके छोड़ दिया, फिर वापस वेट गेन हो गया. उससे अच्छा है कि ऐसा लाइफस्टाइल चुनिए कि जो आप कई सालों तक हमेशा के लिए उसको कर सके.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I have lot of patients who have lost weight, and believe me, for 6-7 years they are maintaining. They keep in touch. They just call, they ask कि 4 दिन travel किया मैम, थोड़ा guide कर दीजिए क्या खाएंगे. So they are in constant touch, or they are asking, or they are consciously doing it, or they are standing on the scales and they are checking कि वजन बढ़ तो नहीं गया. अगर बढ़ गया तो मैम को कॉल करके, मैम how do I compensate it, और क्या करें. And then they are again going back. Yes.
Yeah. So actually,
you cannot do a lifetime diet. You cannot do a lifetime diet.
So that is why we have to choose a lifestyle कि जो हम लोग सालों तक maintain कर सकें. Yeah.
So dietitians are there to change your habits.
Okay.
Dietitians are only there to change your habits, help you to include everything in your diet, tell you to monitor your weight, tell you to monitor your BMI, tell you to be conscious about your portion size.
Right.
That's it. That is our job. Not to make you starve or bhuka rakhna.
Yes, because this is not the actually result. भूखा रख के जो रिजल्ट पाते हैं तो वो तो सस्टेन नहीं कर पाएंगे.
भूखा रख के जो रिजल्ट होगा, वो प्लान जब खत्म होगा 1 महीने में वो वजन बैक करेगा. इट विल कम बैक. यस.
डाइटिशियन इतना खाना बोलती है जितना हम लोग खा ही नहीं पाते हैं. नॉर्मल में जितना हम लोग खाते हैं, डाइटिशियन जितना हम लोगों को बताती हैं, लोगों का मिसकंसेप्शन है कि डाइटिशियन हम लोग को भूखा रखती है, बल्कि डाइटिशियन जितना खाने बोलती है उतना हम लोग खा ही नहीं पाते. हम लोग का हैबिट ही नहीं होता, उतना खाने का हैबिट ही नहीं होता है. और ये मिसकंसेप्शन है कि मतलब डाइटिशियन भूखा रखती है.
Absolutely. So basically, losing weight is eating and losing weight.
Yes.
You have to eat to lose weight.
Lose weight. Yes, yes. बट ये एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है कि हमको अगर वेट कम करना है तो हमको भूखा रहना चाहिए या जरूरत से कम खाना चाहिए. इट्स ऑलवेज अ मिथ दैट वी नीड टू बर्स्ट आउट. राइट.
जो प्रॉपर डाइटिशियन से डाइट चार्ट किए हैं, उन लोगों को मालूम है कि वजन खा के ही जाएगा. कम खा के द वेट विल नॉट मूव एट ऑल.
राइट, राइट. Okay, there are some questions, Chandana. Can we have 5 more minutes? Yeah. Okay. So
sure, please.
Yeah. सत्तू कच्चा खाना है मैम, हमें सत्तू कच्चा खाना है. Someone is asking, Pallavi is asking.
हाँ, सत्तू को आप पानी में घोल के सत्तू का शरबत बना लेते हैं.
Yeah, even we can add सत्तू to our पराठा. जैसे हम लोग सत्तू का पराठा भी बनाते हैं.
सत्तू का पराठा, सत्तू का टिकिया, मतलब you are making a vegetable टिक्की, तो उसमें आप कुछ मतलब आटा ना डाल के you add
सत्तू
का आटा.
Yeah.
सत्तू डाल दीजिए.
So it will be very healthy.
सत्तू is a good binder.
Yes. And how methi
seeds? सत्तू केवल चने.
Someone is asking.
मैम मैं
Please
पूछी थी
raise your hands before asking so that I can understand that someone is asking. Yeah, please continue. Yeah. Amrita. Okay, Amrita, please ask
हाँ
your
जी
question.
मैम मैं पूछी थी हमारा सत्तू सिर्फ चने का होना चाहिए या हम और भी ले सकते हैं कोई?
हाँ, I couldn't hear you.
हमारा सत्तू केवल चने का ही होगा या हम और भी किसी चीज का ले सकते हैं? सत्तू कौन कौन से सत्तू?
किसी का भी, आप कोई भी दाल का सत्तू बना के ले सकते हैं
मैम जैसे कोई एग्जाम, जैसे मैंने तो सिर्फ चने का ही देखा है, चने एंड
See, basically when we call sattu, we call it chana dal.
Yes.
It is chana dal को ही sattu बोलते हैं. But there are many of my patients who don't like or they are allergic to chana dal. So वो लोग मसूर दाल को grind करके रोटी में डाल के they make their दाल का रोटी.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. And how methi seed soaked or soaked overnight helped us and what for?
Okay. Soft is a very good thing which helps in digestion. Okay. It aids in digestion. You can take little soft and you can take little ajwain. You can dry roast it and you can chew it. People who have acidity or people who have digestion issues, or maybe after a heavy meal, you can dry roast without salt, ajwain and soft, sukha roast, crispy karke you can take a pinch and chew it after your heavy meal, right? Soft water also aids in cooling your stomach. Methi water brings your sugar level little controlled, but researchers are telling it is not so much evidence based. But you can do one thing which I do. When I soak methi ka dana and I make a drink the water, I ensure that I don't throw away the seeds. I put it in a strainer and I make it into sprouts. So that you can steam and you can chalk with onion, tomato and make a small chaat for your breakfast.
Right. It's a very nice idea. Otherwise, we used to tend to throw the seeds after soaking and having water out of it, right?
No, you can make sprouts of methi or methi thoda matlab it will taste a little kadwa. So what you can do, you can make moong moat ka sprout and उसमें थोड़ा सा मेथी आप डाल दिया, so mix हो गया. That would be a good sprout option for your lunch and also as a salad in your breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, Shanti ji is asking, like, I sweat a lot, I mean more than normal after my uterus was removed 6 years back. So what can I do for that?
Drink more water. That's it.
Okay.
Take less salt in your diet. Only normal salt.
Okay. So how much water a normal person has to have during a day?
A normal person should take at least 10 to 12 glasses of water. 1 glass, 200 ml. So 2 liter to 2.5 liter should be the normal water intake of a normal human being. Now, if there is a CKD, a chronic kidney disorder, then the doctor will tell about your water intake. 1 liter or 1.5 with all your food, your dal and your tea and everything.
Right.
Or for young women or for adolescents, it can be 3.5 liters also.
Right, right.
Yes.
And Pooja's iPhone has raised the hand. Yeah, please आप पूछ सकते हैं.
हाँ, मैं पूछ रही थी जो येलो चना आता है ना, उससे क्या सत्तू नहीं बन सकता है?
येलो चना?
हाँ, जो कभी कभी अपने इडली वाली चटनी, नारियल वाली चटनी में भी डालते हैं.
उसी का ही बनता है सत्तू. उसी का ही सत्तू बनता है.
That is only तो सत्तू. That yellow chana dal is only सत्तू. You make it into a powder and you get the सत्तू.
नहीं, चना दाल तो वो हाफ होता है ना, और वो सत्तू पूरा रोस्ट किया हुआ जो येलो वाला बाजार में मिलता है.
नहीं, आपको कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है. एक दाल होता है कि जिसको हम कुकर में स्टीम करके दाल बनाते हैं, चना दाल, और एक चना है उसी का रोस्टेड वर्जन जो होता है जिसको हम दालिया बोलते हैं. दैट इज, उसका आप नारियल का चटनी भी बना सकते हैं और उसी को आप पीस के सत्तू भी बना सकते हैं.
अरे ये जो बोल रही है ना, वो संतोषी माँ का जो चना होता है ना, उसका छिलका हटा देने से वो येलो जो बोल रही है वो चना.
राइट.
हाँ, वही बोल रही हूँ मैं.
राइट, राइट.
Thank you.
So any specific food for uric acid? Because 1 or 2 questions we will going to have more.
Okay. Yeah. So basically uric acid में हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We put a purine restricted diet.
Right.
There is a component called purine. We give a purine restricted diet. We cut down on your protein components. जिस खाने में protein है, तो patient का height weight देख के we tell you this much amount of protein you should have. Basically, in uric acid, we tell you to omit anything which has a seed, like a tomato, beans, all kinds of beans, tomato. Then we tried and tell you to avoid to have less of dal. Yes, dal is a source of protein. If you are taking in the lunch, you should omit it in the dinner. Then we tell you to have no spinach for uric acid. Okay. So these are the basic restrictions which we put. Brinjal and things which have seeds like bhindi, beans. Yes. These we tell to avoid when a person is suffering from uric acid, because there is a lot of joint pains also. Okay. And severe uric acid would cause sometimes it also causes some other disorders also in your, there will be more of which we call a gout formation, okay, in your joints. So that is why we always tell you to have a purine restricted diet in uric acid. When those who have a high uric acid.
Okay. Someone is asking, Vibha is asking that moderate speed okay while walking. So this is the second last question, but one more question we can take.
So what I suggest is 6 kilometers, if you are covering in an hour, that's a good speed of walking. 4 kilometers in 45 minutes and 6 kilometers in 1 hour is a good speed of walking. That's a good exercise.
Okay. Right. And one more question, this is my personal question, that dietitians and nutritionists always suggested supplements. So how safe are the supplements to take? Because because in pandemics में भी ऐसा हुआ कि हम लोगों को vitamins और ये सब के supplements ही डॉक्टर ने suggest किए थे to boost the immunity. So how safe and how long can we take the supplements?
See, first you have to understand that supplements are chemicals which are entering our body.
Right.
Okay. There are many people who have a tendency of taking medicines. I am 40, so now I should take a to Z vitamin. Maybe your body don't demand,
right,
but you are consuming that. Okay.
Right.
Because it is in your mind. Someone has told you, you have thought about it and you have decided that I am 40 plus, so my bones are becoming weak. So I need a vitamin D. I'm suffering from a vitamin D. Maybe you had a little knee pain. Okay. So there are many ways by which, we can stop all these supplements. But after a certain age, the food, suppose iron-rich food, calcium-rich food, our absorption capacity goes down.
Yes.
That is the time when only recommended by a registered practitioner we can take a supplement.
Right.
And if you are, maybe there are many of my patients who suffered from COVID and they are weak and they are aged. So I tell them to take a little Ensure, a little added nutrition for a few days and then stop. Okay.
Right.
So these are the supplements which we give now in ICCU and in GITU, in HDU. Their patients are only surviving on supplement.
Right.
Because when you are giving IV supplements, they are working faster. But for human beings, we should always try and see that if we can take the locally available food, घर में जो खाना बनता है, home food.
Yes.
People talk about whey protein. जो छेना का पानी है, that is whey. Why don't you take that छेना का पानी and put it in your dal or in your vegetable?
Yes.
Yes, they will go and buy those whey protein powder. But you have to understand there are chemicals, there are preservatives added to it,
right,
which definitely is harming you. Which is because whatever we are eating is passing through our liver.
Right.
There are a lot of people who do self-medication. They spoil their liver at an early stage.
Sital, I would like to ask a small thing about chana.
Yeah, this is the last question actually. We are actually running out of time.
एक
Yeah,
छोटा
please.
सा करी था कि हम छन्ने को नींबू सत and curd. We use both curd also and नींबू सत, citric acid too. Can we use that water? Is it good for citric acid if we use daily? A little bit.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, then
But when you are using curd, then there is no need to use citric acid. आप हमारे दूध में केमिकल क्यों डालते हैं?
हाँ, एक बात बताते हैं. Citric acid हम लोग जो जैम, जेलीज, जूसेस बनाते हैं, जो हम बहुत दिनों तक प्रिजर्व करना चाहते हैं, the commercial people who are making in bulk, they use citric acid.
Yes.
Why should you use citric acid at home?
Sir, a little bit, because with curd ना इतने अच्छे से नहीं फटता है, and with that little bit of pinch of that acid, we can मतलब more quantity में, if it is in good quantity, then we.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, that only. Okay, thank you.
मेरे को एक क्वेश्चन पूछना था आर्थराइटिस के लिए. जिनको आर्थराइटिस होती है उनको खाने में क्या खाना चाहिए? What should they take?
Okay. So basically, people who have arthritis, they either have a calcium deficiency, and you know that calcium and vitamin D both go hand in hand. Like one is up and the other is down, the other one will not be secreted properly. So calcium and vitamin D has to be there. Vitamin D only we can get through sunlight. Nowadays, why are so many people with vitamin D deficiency? Because we don't want to face the sun. We always want to sit in the AC car. Yes, we don't want to go for walks in the daytime. So you have to take calcium-rich foods which are rich in calcium, milk and milk product. You can take. You can, if you are not very, not very overweight, you can add a little posto. Do you know poppy seeds? Yes, you can add poppy seeds to your diet. You can add sesame seeds to your diet. जो तिल होते हैं, काला तिल. You can take little water. You can overnight soak the sesame seeds, crush it into a paste, and take half a teaspoon of sesame seeds if you are suffering from osteoarthritis. Is the osteoarthritis?
Yes, it's mostly osteo. Yeah.
If it's a osteoarthritis, then you can try this, and you definitely need to consult your doctor and take some calcium and vitamin D supplements, and that's it. That is it.
Okay, so एक question और था, जब है ना milk dairy is very good for calcium and all, but है ना जब कभी-कभी dairy की allergies भी होती हैं लोगों को, तो फिर उसका क्या होना चाहिए, क्या ले सकते हैं?
So you can take a soya milk, because many people suffer soya milk. आप milk नहीं लेके, आप soya milk ले लो. Yes. Nowadays in the market we also get almond milk. You can take almond milk. People with lactose intolerance, we give these things. We don't give milk to them. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you.
You can take tofu also. You can the paneer which we make from milk. So you can take the soya bean tofu.
Okay. एक और question पूछ सकती हूँ. मेरी बेटी है जो
actually we are running out of time. Dipti ji, because मैं यही कहना चाहती थी कि चंदना is actually available to everyone. So आप just a moment. आप चंदना से एक personal contact भी कर सकते हैं. She is in her profession from last many years, and she has actually a satisfying clientage with her. बहुत लोगों ने इनका consultancy लिया है, और तो आप उनको मैं डेफिनेटली हमारे जो ग्रुप में या फिर हमारे फेसबुक पेज पे भी मैं इनके कांटेक्ट डिटेल्स शेयर कर दूंगी, तो आप पर्सनलाइज भी इनसे मशवरा कर सकते हैं. और दूसरी बात कि इनका पेज है फ्लो अवे, उसका भी हम डाल देंगे लिंक आप अपने ग्रुप में. तो अगर कोई व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में नहीं है और वो फेसबुक पे ही इनकी रेसिपीज देखना चाहता है, तो वो डायरेक्टली वहां से भी देख सकता है. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपको हमारा फेसबुक ग्रुप उसके लिए ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा, बट हम लोग ये एक दो दिन में सारी डिटेल्स हम लोग अपने फेसबुक के कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल देंगे. सो कीप इन टच. तो आप उनके फेसबुक पेज को फॉलो कर सकते हैं, तो उसमें सारी रेसिपीज आपको मिल जाएगी. Yeah, so thank you so much, Chandana, for your valuable time and valuable tips. Actually, क्योंकि अभी जो पेंडेमिक्स का टाइम चल रहा है उसमें हम लोग बहुत लो फील करते हैं और हम लोग अपने घर का नाश्ता और स्नैक्स बना के थक गए थे, तो लगता है कि चलो बहुत अच्छा कुछ नई आइटम.
You will see, Sheetal ji, this year pictures in FB are less about food. Last year, people have become tired of cooking.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because last year the entho was different. हमको लग रहा था सब कुछ नया नया है. We were experiencing all the thing for the first time. But when the second wave come ना, हाँ हम लोग थोड़े depress हो गए सब लोग इस बार.
Because this year news is even worse. The news which are coming this year is very, 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 very heartbreaking news.
Yes. So the tagline or the end line or the end message. Anything you would like to give to the viewers?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, just in a minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
So one thing which I would like to tell all of you is eat everything, whatever your mind wishes for, and never feel guilty for what you have eaten. So you can be away from that guilt only if you are a mindful eater. Yeah. So who's a mindful eater? A person who is conscious about the portion, how much I am eating.
Right.
So that is a mindful. So you all have to be a mindful eater and you will see the change in yourselves. Yeah. And a small recipe I would love to share, that is ghar ka dahi. आप उसमें 6 to 7 raisins, black raisins, रात में जमा के refrigerate करो. And if you can, people who have hormonal imbalances, especially people with menopause, can try that. And you can, and if you have people with menopause also suffer from sweet cravings.
Yes.
So then you can take 1 or 2 dates, you can chop and you can put it in that curd and enjoy it like a nice dessert. Right. Nice chilled dessert.
So at the end, even you have given a recipe, Chandana. It's so nice of you. So thank you so much once again to Chandana ji for giving your valuable time, valuable tips.
Thank you.
हमारे आज भी जिन्होंने भी participate किया है, definitely they are going to be benefited from it. और जो लोग बाद में भी इस session को देखेंगे, because it was live on Facebook, so it will be stored on Facebook live page of Bijam. तो वो लोग बाद में भी देख के सारी जितनी भी आपने टिप्स दी है उसका वो लोग बहुत अच्छे से यूज कर पाएंगे. And this was our first session for the celebration of our anniversary. On Sunday we are going to have kids workshop. जो बच्चों का workshop है बच्चे ही लेंगे. So 12 years old Kritika Jain, again it is a cookery workshop. तो वो no flame cooking सिखाने वाली है. तो आप अपने बच्चों के साथ खुद भी ज्वाइन करिए कि इतने छोटे बच्चे कितने कॉन्फिडेंट है वो बच्चे कि आज वो एक खुद पूरा सेशन ले सकते हैं. So we should be proud of that type of kids.
I told you, no, Sheetal ji, I'm very positive about this generation. They are so talented.
Yeah.
They are like loaded with talents. My daughter teaches me everything on this laptop and
social media and technological help. Yes, definitely.
She is guiding me constantly. It's like that.
Yes. Actually, because see, I had a young help with me last year as my younger son, and that is why Bijam is in its existence right now.
Absolutely.
Just because of my son. Yes.
And they are so creative.
Yes.
What ideas they have. हम तो सोच ही नहीं सकते वैसे.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So thank you once again. Thank you everyone for joining in, and thank you Chandana for giving your time and valuable tips to us.
For giving me this platform to
thank you so much. So see you all on Sunday noon. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye bye.